Hey guys, this is gonna be a pretty long video, so sit back and relax. So, in celebration of me almost hitting 1.1 thousand subscribers, and since we're almost halfway through the year, I will be discussing 2023 so far in the Go anime community, and I will also be giving a retrospect on my channel, as well as giving my personal thoughts on the year so far. Anyways, without any further ado, let's begin. So, to start off the year, I had approximately 370 subscribers. On January 2nd, I uploaded the Season 2 premiere of Rick in the Gonimate universe, and it did really well, and not too long later, I hit 400 subscribers. That was around the time my channel really started to take off. Then on January 28th, the day I hit 500 subscribers, I gave most of my characters a huge makeover, and the new looks were received mostly positively, so thank you guys for that. On the same day, I would upload my final Jenny Gets Grounded video, and the ending of that episode, I'll admit, was a bit much, to say the least. All good though, because, if you were paying attention to the storyline, you'll know that Jenny's mother ended up getting life in prison for her actions. Okay, now onto the downsides of January. This will apply to stuff on my channel, and or in the Gonimate community. So let's get into the downsides. If you guys remember Jonah Campbell being mentioned on my channel, then congrats on being here before 500 I guess, but that's besides the point. On January 9th, he threatened to kill Dark Rapper Studios. That was completely unacceptable, and should have had action taken against Jonah. I just don't understand why he would even ask that question. It shouldn't have even crossed his mind to say that shit. So, for the month of February, I only uploaded one video on February 2nd until the middle of that same month. For those not aware of that gap in between those two videos, the reason there was no uploads between February 3rd to February 15th, was because 5 days after my birthday, on February 9th, I got grounded for a reason I will not disclose. I explained in a video following my short sabbatical from the channel, that if I told you guys why I got grounded, I would get grounded once again. But other than that little bump, the rest of the month went well, for my YouTube channel at least, because shortly before I uploaded the Season 2 finale of Rick in the Gonimate universe, Bryce the Viander Guy 2K5 acted very disrespectful towards me and in his fanbase. Although he has since apologized, has since been forgiven, and I since privated my call-out video on him. That was a very weird rest of the month without Bryce. Oh, and before we continue, I would like to say that the month of May will not be included, because May is not over yet. Although, I will be making a part 2 to this video, at the end of summer, more specifically early September, and we'll discuss the month of May when we get there. Anyways, on to the month of March. March was my most successful month so far this year. My most popular video from March now has 4,500 views as of the making of this video. On March 9th, I began Jenny's adventures, the premise basically being the days in the lives of Jenny and her friends. Then, on March 18th, I began another series, Gerard Gets Grounded, and both of them have done exceptionally well so far, with no plans of slowing down anytime soon. Now, let's move on to April, the final month for this video. April was probably just as good, if not better than March. Not in terms of growth, but rather, the things I accomplished last month. On April 18th, I hit the surreal milestone of 1,000 subscribers, which I must reiterate, means the whole world to me, and I cannot thank you guys enough. I also teased the return of Rick in the Gonimate universe after almost 2 months of not making an episode of that series, and shortly after hitting the milestone, I applied for the YouTube Partner Program. It took a very long time to get the results back, however the wait would finally end, on the 30th of April, when YouTube sent me an email telling me that I got accepted for the YouTube Partner Program, which I honestly was not expecting at all. I couldn't believe it. However, I didn't see the email at first as I was sleeping, but on the morning of May 1st, I saw the email was sent to me around 10 p.m. the previous night, so I'm still counting it. And now, what are my thoughts on the year so far? Well, to be honest, It's alright. It is by no means amazing, but it's alright. So far the year was not good nor bad. Anyways guys, let me know what you guys think of the year so far in the comments, because I'm genuinely curious as to what you all think of this year so far. Anyways, that'll do it for today's video. Remember to comment, like and subscribe, and remember, don't text and drive.